GoPro has come a long way since their debut in 2004. For almost the past decade, they've been also including 4K video in their cameras, which has brought them on a lot more professional productions. And now with the GoPro 11, it shoots a 5.3K 10-bit video mode, which has really just upped the game with the amount of colors you can get with this camera, especially if you're willing to color grade the footage. If you're shooting in well-lit environments, even partially lit environments, you can get just fantastic images out of the GoPro. To give you an example, here's the image of me just straight out of the camera. I'm shooting with the native white balance setting. We're also shooting in the flat color profile with automatic shutter speed and ISO. And I do a little bit of color grading. You can get fantastic colors out of this small little device. Now, right now, I'm filming in the GoPro's linear mode with the horizon lock on. So you probably won't be able to tell, but I'm actually moving the GoPro a lot right now as far as in its orientation, moving it this way, moving it this way. And it actually keeps the camera pretty steady, and it also keeps the edges from being distorted. So I really enjoy filming in this mode. I would say the only drawback is the fact that I actually have to use my extension pole to get a decent angle so I'm not like super up close, because if I'm holding it normally and I want to hold it out, this is about the angle I'll get when I'm holding this handheld without the extension pole. And it's not terrible, but it's also a little close for my taste. Now let's take a look at the wide mode just to show you what it looks like in comparison. Now, although there is a super view mode, I stick to the wide mode because I find the super view mode is a little too distorted for my taste. But even as you can see, this wide mode is pretty distorted. Now, this is holding it really close to my body. And now let me extend it just to show you the difference in the field of view. So as you can see, you could just see a lot more of my body. I mean, it's just much wider, but as you can also see, the edges are definitely a lot more warped, distorted. So you have to kind of choose what you want to use to film in specific situations to get the kind of image quality you want. But the fact that you could shoot so cropped in on the sensor in the linear horizon lock mode, I mean, you can't do this in the wide mode. You know, as you see, you can see the camera moving around, although the image stabilization is fantastic. But let's talk about the image stabilization, but let me switch back to linear mode. So one of the things that I never really expected from the Hero 11 is the fact that the image stabilization is absolutely fantastic. I'm just using a little pole right now, and as you can see, we're getting somewhat gimbal-like footage. I think every now and then you can kind of tell that there's some kind of internal post stabilization going on. For the most part, it looks really fantastic, especially when you're using it for personal videos or vlogging content. It's a lot easier to use this GoPro on a vlogging stick than to set up a camera on a gimbal, which is what I have been using to vlog this past year. And I love it. I love the image quality. But it takes a lot more time to set up, and it also requires bringing a lot more stuff. Now, not all is perfect with the GoPro. Like I said, it hasn't completely replaced DSLR mirrorless cameras yet, and there's a reason to it. And it's the fact that in higher ISOs, in low light, it just still does not perform, just kind of like old GoPros do. You can see from some of this footage that I took at the theme park recently, when you're inside, you can capture the moments, but you're not capturing them at the same quality that we're capturing me right now. And that's a little frustrating, and it's one of the things that has kept me from not throwing out the mirrorless when it comes to just fun vlogging or YouTube content, because I need those cameras for specific situations. It's nice that, you know, we have the 10-bit, we have better color science, we have great stabilization. You can actually use this camera without a waterproof casing, and if you're not using the media mod like I'm using right now, to go in the water without having to have a waterproof case. So the GoPro has made many strides on becoming a much better video camera over the past few years, especially with the 11 release. From all the features we talked about, like the 10-bit video, the 5.3K, the linear horizon lock, there's a lot on the horizon, no pun intended, for the GoPros. So I can't wait to see what they do with the next iteration, as we're close to seeing a GoPro 12 coming out. And if they make a significant upgrade, I may jump to it. So if you have any questions about the GoPro Hero 11, any videos you'd like to see, make sure to ask in the comments below. And if you got knowledge and value out of today's video, please make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell to keep up to date with the latest videos from the channel. Till next time, my name's Geoff Fagien. Thank you for joining me, everybody, and I will see you in the next video.